let's start. The recording is now open. I will share the presentation because I'm going to start with few slides, maybe not even a few. Okay, that's the first one. Now let me start the presentation. Okay, so we are going to do this differently. Sorry. Once again, here we go. A little bit of technology, and it's not that easy. Okay. So the title of our meeting is Unveiling Scopus AI Revolution, Revolutionizing Academic Research with Artificial Intelligence. And we are going to mostly talk today about basically Scopus AI, how it works, what is behind this function, and how you can use it in your everyday research. So Scopus AI is a brand new AI-enhanced academic search tool that helps researchers navigate unfamiliar academic fields, accelerates content discovery, and supports greater multidisciplinary collaboration. So Scopus AI leverages our high-quality, curated, linked content to provide users with a comprehensive and intuitive tool to quickly understand new fields, paving the way for the next generation of AI research. Establishing a rapid understanding of complex, swiftly evolving research topics without the aid of specialist knowledge can help researchers extend the boundaries of their work and develop new insights. We believe that early career researchers will especially benefit from the tool by bringing together advanced artificial intelligence model and the Scopus database, which includes trusted content from over 25,000 active academic journals and over 7,000 publishers. We aim to set the industry standard for artificial intelligence enhanced academic search tools, and we intend to create an intuitive, responsive, and intelligent system that improves the research progress. So let's take a deeper look at Scopus AI. And the plan for today is few words about the background. I would like to explain you what are the main requirements, in our opinion, about using the artificial intelligence. Introduction to Scopus AI, so how does it work? Scopus foundations, a little bit about Scopus, and then I will show you how does it works. Oh, I see that my agenda decided to multiply 1 point, but I promise there will be only one time about Scopus foundations. So background. First of all, we have, before we look at the tool, let's start by looking how seriously the Scopus AI team take responsible artificial intelligence development. So in 2022, we published our responsible AI principles. These principles provide high-level guidance for anyone at Elsevier working on designing, developing, and deploying machine-driven insights. So we have existing robust policies and processes in place that are applicable to our AI-enabled solutions. And the purpose of the responsible AI principles is to complement this. AI is a field that evolves continually and unprecedented speed and scale, with the rapid development and proliferation of Gen AI over the past year being a great example. So the principles provide a risk-based framework drawing on best practices from within our company and other organizations. We consider the real-world impact of our solutions on people, so we make sure that they are having as less as possible hallucinations. We take action to prevent the creation of or reinforcement of unfair bias. We can explain how our solutions work, and I think this is very important in terms of AI, that you will exactly know what you are using and how is it working. We create accountability through human oversight. We respect privacy and champion robust data governance. So going to the Scopus AI, because that's why most of you here are with me today. well, there are many challenges in research today, and we want to start with the big picture. So we speak a lot of researchers and know the challenges they face on a daily basis. One of the things we hear a lot is that getting up to speed on a new academic topic or research area is really hard. There is much information, and the question is, where do we even start? I showed that someone raised a hand. Is it any problem with the connection? Okay, I don't see any information that you have any questions or any problems, so maybe that was by accident. Okay, so let's come back to the presentation. Sorry for that, but I'm not seeing everything, and that's not making it easy. Okay, coming back to the challenges. So there is, as you know, there is a lot of information when you start a new topic. The question is always where to start, which keywords to use. Then you get a long list of literature that you need to navigate and somehow apply to your own research. There is basically what we know for already quite some time, information overload, and the limited search tools we have aren't good enough. Even if you understand one domain, the silos around disciplines can make collaboration difficult, especially if we talk about interdisciplinary research. This and all results in optimal productivity and missed opportunities, which limits the societal and academic impact of your work. So that's the problem we want to solve with Scopus AI, and to make it easier for you. Part of the problem is that traditional platforms don't give you a focused summary on unfamiliar research fields, so it's hard to quickly grasp new concepts and find potential collaborators. But the idea for Scopus AI is to provide actually brief summary of research topic and make it easy to find experts and partners in other disciplines that, for example, now you work in. And if we talk about Scopus AI, this is also new search tool that is powered by generative artificial intelligence that takes peer-reviewed research and gives you overviews of new topics. And we've been working with the research community to refine and upgrade this tool. We were actually working for the last year, and I believe that some of you might be actually part of this work. So here are the main features of Scopus AI. The natural language queries let you pose questions in a natural conversational manner. Summarize with Scopus references give you a consistent and trustworthy summary with citations, so you can see where the claims come from. A reflection layer ensures appropriate content and nuances in summary outputs. And our prompting informs the user of the confidence of our responses based on the content we provide. And you have also visual representation, which I personally very appreciate. A map that is showing the results, so you can see all the links between different subjects and all the links between different fields that we are covering with the search. And in the next few slides, we will look at each of this feature. So first, trust. Scopus AI strengths can be broken down into 4 main pillars, and the first pillar is trust. Trusted content refers to the fact that all sources on Scopus have been selected by subject matter experts, which are from the content section advisory board, so you can always trust the content we use. Scopus AI also minimizes hallucination by using strict prompts and ensuring all information comes from curated sources with clear references. It's not also a black box. It is transparent in its working, so you can always decipher how it reaches its answers. You can see the references used. And we also taken a step to minimize the risk of bias in responses. So for example, in the queries that are with prejudice or with the stereotypes, we make sure that they are fairly showing the results. The second pillar is community. So community verification means that the content in Scopus AI, which comes from Scopus, have been verified and validated in collaboration with members of the research community. And also the Scopus AI was built for users and by users in collaboration with the research community. So thousands of research librarians, academic leaders have been involved in the testing process of Scopus AI. The third pillar is enhanced and accelerated outcomes. So Scopus AI meant to speed up research, and Scopus AI search and summaries are designed to save time by providing the most reliable information related to your query in seconds. And because Scopus AI is drawing on Scopus content, it delivers richer insights. The fourth and the final full spectrum understanding pillar which is really about exploring new and emerging research topics, which are, of course, the most valuable ones for the researchers. Sorry. A recent survey of Scopus users revealed that 40% struggle to learn a new topic due to information overload. So Scopus AI provides students with a concise snapshot of a research topic in seconds, cutting down on reading time. Even if they have only a rough idea for a topic, Scopus AI suggests questions that can take them in an, unexpected, I believe, direction. And now I think the most important part. So how does the Scopus AI works? What you can expect from Scopus AI? And what are the 6-step process that we implemented into the Scopus AI? So as you can see, unlike the other artificial intelligence search models where it's not clear where the answers are coming from, we've tried to make everything as transparent as possible. Bringing you this summaries is a 6-step process developed in accordance with our responsible AI principles that I told you about at the beginning. The first step is, of course, the curation of high-quality Scopus content in our database. That's something that we are doing already for years when we are making the journal evaluation. Then the second step is your query formulation. The third step is a vector search and result formation, to find the documents to answer your question. In the fourth step, the large language model, LLM, generates a summary that is grounded in the Scopus database. And the fifth step provides cited references so you can back up your findings with the source. The sixth step allows you to explore further with features like the go deeper links or the concept maps, which is the visualization of the topic. So in the next few slides, we will go over each of these steps in details, and I hope that this will clearly explain you what is the way that Scopus AI works. So curation of high quality Scopus content. Scopus AI's results are based on the high quality, reliable research in the Scopus collection. And the data is updated there daily, and abstracts of all content types are used in summaries. So with Scopus AI, you can be confident that your summary is based on curated content that has been vetted by experts. I know that most probably many of you already tried, for example, using some open source AI solutions, but please be aware that these open AI solutions, first of all, they are not using the data from Scopus. If you try to ask, for example, ChatGPT to go through you will define the question that it has to go through the Scopus database. It will tell you that it's not possible. So it's mostly doing the research, for example, based on the publications that are in Google Scholar available, which we all know that they cannot be that reliable, as we can also, based on the search, find information, for example, from the predatory journals. So with Scopus AI's query formulation, you define the query. So you can alter it depending on the nature of your question and how much information you have. So you can query a simple keyword or a more complex paragraph, title or abstract. There are no search string requirements, so you can search based on whatever information you have. And I think that's very important because knowledge about how to create the search query is coming with time and experience. And there are certain rules for this, which are not really well known, I believe, for all, especially early career researcher. So with that one, when you can just create a question, that makes it very much easier to start going through the publications we have. And now let's talk about how Scopus AI generates your results. So when you submit a query, Scopus AI starts working on it right away. Our advanced language model takes your query and turns it into a vector. Then we do a vector search to identify the most relevant academic files based on their abstracts. Our algorithm prioritizes the results based on several factors, including relevance, recency, and citation count. So this multifaceted approach ensures that you get only the most trustworthy responses to your query. And once we found out the most relevant documents for your query, the large language model, so the LLM for short, is prompted to create a summary. So this summary aims to answer your question based on the abstracts that turned up during the vector search. And if we don't get any relevant results, you can rest assured that the chance of Scopus AI producing a fabricated answer, so-called hallucination, is greatly reduced. So this is because the model ensures that all answers are based on our academic abstracts, and instead it will tell you that reliable information is not available and provide you with related prompts that might be more helpful for you. So this is very important. If you ask the question and the Scopus AI has no answer, it will tell you that there is no reliable information for this. Another thing is that large learning model, the LLM that we are talking here, this is something that we as Elsevier created on our own. So this is something that we've been working for years, and we are using our knowledge based on the data that we gathered over the years in Scopus. And not only Scopus, actually. One of the great things about Scopus AI is that the summaries are all based on Scopus citations, so you can use them with confidence. So the LLM is directed to back up all of its claims with abstracts and references. So you have the citations you need to check to the work of the LLM. Everything is correlated with the references and will fit seamlessly into all the other research you do. So in short, it's summarization you can trust. I think the most important in this summary is that you have the references, so you exactly know from which publications this information is coming from. So you can even on your own check this publication and make sure that maybe there is additional information that you are looking for there. And with the go deeper, so what I told you that we have the 6th step and keyword graph features, you can learn more about your topic and visualize the concepts. Sorry, I think I'm about to sneeze, but my nose is making jokes to me today. So the go deeper will suggest further queries based on your initial one. And I think that's a nice way to suggest what else it's worth to read. And it will help you also to focus on a specific aspects or zoom out to a wider picture or zoom in to a specific ones. The keyword graph features provides a visual overview of the subject area based on your query and the associated keywords with each of our abstracts. The foundational papers option lists the most high impact Scopus papers on any topic, and topic experts display the top researchers linked to your query. So this gives you a deeper understanding of whatever new field you are exploring. And now I will go Oh, sorry, one more thing. So our capabilities. So Scopus AI lets you access quality insights faster by using advanced technologies and the high quality trusted data. And what you see on the slide is actually the summary of capabilities we discussed so far. There are some simple definitions along with a short explanation of how Scopus AI makes use of these tools and functionalities. We realize absolutely that this is new and developing area, that the research community has a lot of open questions about this, and that the scholarly work demands trusted and expert vetted sources for it. So that's why we are trying to explain clearly what we are using in the Scopus AI tool, how does it work, and what are the operations that are happening while you are doing basically your search. And well, this is basically the reminder of the responsible AI principles that we made in Elsevier to make sure that our solutions are meeting up the criteria. And I think that it's important to remember that and to follow actually this requirements. Okay, so I'm going now to talk about Scopus Foundation. This is going to be, I hope, for most of you, reminder what is in Scopus, how it's curated, what kind of information we are gathering in Scopus. That's why I have also a proposal that while I will be talking about the Scopus Foundations, you can add in the chat the question, the example of the question that you would like to ask to the Scopus AI. Because after this, I'm going to move to the Scopus AI and show you the live demo. Maybe first I will show you few things, how it works, what is there, but then definitely the live demo. So I think it's worth that we are going to have some questions that we would like to ask. So what kind of research questions recently you have and you would like to ask? So what you see here, it's a snapshot of the content in Scopus. Content is indexed from over 7,000 publishers and includes journal and book content, as well as over 23 million open access items. Cited references date back to 1970. We use this content to create over 94 million records, over 90 million Scopus author profiles, and nearly 100,000 affiliation profiles. The content of Scopus is global, so we are not focusing only on English publications. It can be also publications in other languages. And well, I told you already that the content is coming from over 7,000 publishers. It's from over 105 countries, and it is in 40 different languages. Different types of contents, journals, conferences, books, book series, and it's updated daily. The data in Scopus is created, enriched, and connect to deliver insights that users can trust. And I think that the information that is connected is the very important one, because the fact that it's connected makes it very easy for us to analyze which publication is coming from which author and which affiliation, so which institution. So no matter where you start from in Scopus, you can quickly and confidently pinpoint relevant research, identify research experts, or analyze institutional research output. I mentioned this already a few times, I think, before, but just to make it very clear, the content that is available in Scopus is selected by the Scopus Content Selection and Advisory Board. This is independent board of subject experts from all over the world. There is 17 members of this board, and they are chosen for their expertise in specific subject areas. Many also have the editorial experience. So selection and the re-evaluation process, this is very rigorous and transparent quality and ethics selection criteria used to evaluate potential titles. We are checking the websites of the journals, we are checking their ethics, we are checking also what is their editorial plan. And we also regularly reevaluate Scopus content, which means we are checking whether the journals that are in Scopus are not turning into, for example, predatory journals. Such situations can be marked or flagged by the users of Scopus, but also additionally, we are using specific tools like Radar to get information that some journals are changing their behavior, and that might be information for us that the journal is not following the rules for the Scopus index journals. So if the journals doesn't meet the guidelines, then the title is discontinued. The publications that were indexed in Scopus, they are still there. But from the moment the journals is discontinued, it means we don't index anymore the publications from this journal. So the summary of the what is in Scopus, this is this slide. As I mentioned, there is over 94 million records in it. And as you can see, we have different types, journals, conferences, books, and patents also. And they are also representing the journals' different disciplines, and they are divided in between. Additionally, I can tell you that books are mostly covering the social sciences and humanities. Okay, so now we are here in a Scopus AI demo, so something that everyone was waiting for. And here are the main features of Scopus AI. So this is more or less how it will look like after we ask any questions to Scopus AI. First of all, natural language queries let you pose question in a natural conversational way. So that's something we have here. We just ask the question here. Any question you have on your mind, you can try to ask. Not, as I mentioned before, not guaranteed that for all the questions you will receive the answer. There is a chance that there is no reliable information for some questions that you are going to ask. And then the Scopus AI will inform you about this. Then we have the summary with the Scopus references. So you can see what kind of information was used for the summary, what publications were the base for creating the summary. You have this visual representation map, and that one I really appreciate because I think that helps a lot to kind of organize the information that you are getting. As I said, there is a big information overload right now, and very often we don't manage to get all the information at once. Visual maps are in this case very helpful to organize the knowledge and try to figure out which information is the most important one. And then we have the foundational papers, so information about the most influential ones, the ones with the most high impact Scopus papers on the topic. And we have also topic experts, so you can easily check who is leading, let's say, in the field that you are trying to discover. And then we have this nice part, which is go deeper. Go deeper means that you have some additional questions that might be relevant to ask if you would like to drill down or a little bit zoom out what you are looking for. First of all, the quality and reliability. So I already told you what is the Scopus content. You can now imagine that with all these efforts we put into making sure that the content is reliable, we can go through this, use certain functionalities, and with that one we are getting the output, so the information, the summary, and the information with the references. When you enter your query, you can use natural language and frame it however you would like. So we have a sample question here, which is what threat does climate change pose to coffee production? And this is a question that is being analyzed. It will go through the Scopus AI vector search, which interprets the intent and meaning of the query. Then it will look at Scopus abstract published since 2014 to find the ones that best answer the question. And then the large language model, using very strict prompt engineering, generates a response that is based on the Scopus content with references so you know where everything is sourced from. At the end of this process, you get a summary with academic references, so you don't have to waste time for fruitless searches and doing a lot of searches and trying also to read all the literature that you are getting. I told you about the map. I can imagine you already feel that I'm a huge fan of this map. So we get a quick snapshot of an answer to your question, and we've gone further and also provide a concept map feature, which takes the keywords of those abstracts and provides a, let's say, very general view on the topic. So if you are trying to see how the concept fit together or explore new vocabulary associated with a particular subject, well, this is definitely a great place to go. And then we have the reflection layer. So it ensures appropriate content and nuance is in summary outputs. We have direct responses are made when the confidence in the source material is high. We have inferred responses that are made when confidence in source material is medium. And we also have no response if there is no confidence in source material, or the source material confidence is very, very low. Users who requires more detail can access an expand version of any Scopus AI summary. So this feature increases the number of perspectives on a given user query to provide a more comprehensive and in-depth response. And you can also look for the most influential papers. So you can go through this, you can check what are the ones that are received the highest number of citations, and check just what's the most important in this topic. I think all of us, when we discover especially a new topic, we are trying to find the experts, the ones that are publishing in this topic, the ones that are getting high number of citations and they have high H index, and we are start to follow them because we believe that if we are having an expert, we try to follow them and see what kind of research they are doing currently, where the research goes. And this is something that also Scopus AI includes. So it's giving you a list of the topic experts and deeper query exploration. Well, our most popular feature so far is actually this function. It suggests further lines of inquiry that you can persuade to learn more about a subject that you don't know very well. So you can zoom in, zoom out, and continue exploring and going down the rabbit hole, exploring new ideas in the topic space and building your knowledge over time. So that's the functionality that definitely helps to look also on the topic from the different angle, because we can come with one idea of the topic, but it might be necessary in our research to try to look at from many angles. And definitely with these questions, you can try to do this exercise quite easily. So I think that this is on my end. That's it from the slides. So now I will try to move to the solution itself. I'm going to be back in a minute. Just give me a second. I had to change the screens, but now here it is. Okay. So we are back. Let me just... So first of all, to get access, you need to go to the scopus.com website. As this is for you a trial, please be aware that you need to do this once you are in the range of the IP addresses of your university. That's going to be very important. And once you log in the IP addresses, you will see this tab here, which is Scopus AI. You will see it's a new thing, and here it goes. As you can see, it's quite easy interface. There is not many things to do at the very beginning here. So we just need to type in the question that we have. And I'm just looking now into the chat whether we have any suggestion for... Okay, let's see if I'm... newest articles. I'm not an expert in this field, so that might not be easy for me, but let's see if I'm able to do this. So the question is, newest articles about change point detection in functional data field. We click enter, and here is the summary. So we have, based on the newest articles, change point detection in functional data has been recent advancements and applications in various domains. And we have here the information about this. So the key insights, let's say. Then we can go to the expanded summary, and then I believe it will be giving us more information with the information about the practical application in real-world scenarios. And of course, as I mentioned, for each summary, we can check the references. One thing was that once I was expanding this, you can see here the numbers. So if I click on 2, I will immediately see what kind of publication is assigned to this. But we can also view whole list of the references. So here are the information about the references itself, and you have full list for the expanded. Then we have the concept map, which is showing us, I believe, the idea which is mentioned in the summary. We can also check the topic experts, sorry. So the list of all researchers that are showing up in this particular search, and it's showing us the number of the citations and their age index. And then we can go to the deeper questions. US variance change point. And by clicking any of these questions, you can see that we can go, let's say, deeper and talk more with the artificial intelligence about what is the summary, what kind of information we have, and go more and more into the topic. So on the right side, because I went very fast through this, except of the references here, we have also here the foundational documents, which means that these are the most cited and influential documents in Scopus in this particular field in which we ask the question. So we have here information about the optimal detection, information about which publications are influential, and then we have also related documents, so information about the additional documents that might be helpful for you to find some information about the topic. Let's try with another question. This time we will try with something that I'm definitely much more an expert. So I would like to ask the question, what is antibiotic resistance? Which bacteria are the most resistant for the antibiotics? Because I can see that for me, presenting with a field that I'm not really aware of, it's a little bit difficult. So here is this. So now we have information about the antibiotic resistance. We have the summary, what is it? We have definition of it. And then we have information about some most resistant bacteria, what is the mechanism for the antibiotic resistance and global impact of the strategies. And I think that one is also very important in terms of what's the influence of what we are talking. Oh, that's not a nice information that we cannot see the expanded one. Okay. So the expanded one is going to give us more references and more detailed information about the question that I asked. This means that we can easily and very fast, I believe, learn about what's the antibiotic resistance, even if you are not an expert in the field. Because by reading this, I believe it's quite understandable also for the person that is not an expert. We have information about the pathogens. We have information how this is addressed and managed, what kind of options we have. Then we have the concept map, which I really like because I tried this question before. I was curious. Antibiotic resistance was part of my research work before I joined Elsevier. So as you can imagine, it's fun to sometimes update your knowledge from the field that you used to work. You can see here the factors, the mechanism. You can see what kind of factors there are here, whether it's genetic transformation or environmental factors. And then we have information, of course, about topic experts, so we can see who really is working on a topic and how it goes. And then we have the deeper questions, which I believe are quite relevant, especially this one. How does the misuse of antibiotics contribute to the development of antibiotic resistance? And then you are getting additional questions and you can dive deeper and deeper. I think that with this one, if I would be the one that is absolutely starting the subject of antibiotic resistance, that would be very useful for me, but also for the person that is not, let's say, that much updated anymore in the topic. It was quite interesting to see what new happened and what changed in the research over the last few years. Then we have, of course, the references, foundational documents, as I mentioned before, and all this information, as you could see it just by clicking the button. So that's how the Scopus AI works. I see that there are a few questions, so I will try to go through them and answer them. So the first one is how AI academic search tool could help during the peer review of research. Well, it definitely can, but this is another topic for another discussion. I'm going to say that right now there are so many AI solutions that are helping with research, especially the ones that are helping with writing articles, with doing the bibliographic review, with looking for the answers. So there is quite a lot of available solutions. So far, I didn't hear about anything that helps with peer review. And I can tell you that we don't, in Elsevier, we don't so far use any AI tool for the peer review. But I believe this is so fast. It's expanding so fast that definitely soon we will see also this. The other question is, so if I understand correctly, the tool is limited to the Scopus database. Yes, the tool is limited to the Scopus database, mainly for the reason that this is a curated database where we know exactly what kind of publications are there. And that's the reason why we see a huge advantage of using a curated data instead of the data that could, for example, that is stored in Google Scholar, but we don't have that much influence on what kind of publications are there. And there is a high risk that when we would use any AI solution on the Google Scholar publications, for example, we will get the answer based on the predatory journals, which means that this answer wouldn't be trusted and it could be basically giving you wrong answers. So that's why the Scopus AI solution is limited to Scopus AI database. And we don't plan to go beyond the Scopus database as we consider it just risky to give the researchers information that is not checked and not trusted. And does the members of the Scopus publicly publish ethics code? If yes, then does the... we don't have any Scopus ethics code. The ethics statement is for the journals. So it means that we have we are checking whether each journal has its own ethic requirements in terms of publishing. We are checking what the journal is going to do if there will be plagiarism, what they're going to do if we have some kind of using not their own research data without citing it. Now the huge question about ethics statement for the journal is whether they actually consider that researchers can use artificial intelligence during writing the article. What are they going to do if they actually use the artificial intelligence and we can prove it? Whether they are going to retract the article or are they fine with it? Are they approving this? I mean, there is so many things that actually AI opened in terms of the ethics and ethics statement that we have for the journals. But yeah, we don't have the Scopus ethic because that's not the part of that we worked. We are just checking whether the journals that are indexed in Scopus are specifically having any ethic statement. Okay, so another question is that why there is so little references. So the amount of references is exactly referring to the summary. So basically the summary is written based on this specific references. It's not showing you all the publications that are in the scope of Scopus in this subject. That one you can do with that one you can do, sorry, with the standard document search. Then you will get absolutely all the publications from Scopus, and you will definitely get a lot of publications. The purpose of this solution is to limit the amount of the information that the researcher is getting to make it to make it easier, to make it faster to go through the references. And in case you need some more, you can always use the go deeper. So go deeper into the information that is there. You show the references. So no, you show the search of references only from 2013, how to expand the scope, including older sources. For now, the Scopus AI works only on the recent research, and with that one, we mean for the publications from 2013 to now. So we are only checking the 10 years, and it's not possible currently to expand the measures of the. Sorry, it's not possible to expand the time range that we are exploring. Okay, so what measures are in place to avoid bias in recommendations Scopus AI gives? For example, would authors from Eastern Europe, Africa, China would not be recommended based on preference to more reliable Western authors? Where we don't even consider in our search what is the origin of the authors. We are just looking on their citations and what kind of publications they have. So there is absolutely no possibility for any bias in this. We are using only the metrics, and I believe that's how we avoid the bias, because for us it's about the data, it's about the metrics, it's not about who is coming from where. And the last question is, will you send the course attendance certificates for us? Well, no, this is definitely not a certificated course. So I'm not going to send any certificates to you. What I'm going to do is definitely I'm going to send to you the recording, the link to the recording, in case you would like to review again the presentation and check the details. And at the end, I would like to ask you one question. I actually prepared for you the survey. So this is a question that came to my mind now the trial starts. This is the first day, so I believe some of you will start to use the Scopus AI. And my question is actually, would you like to have one more meeting with the expert? So this is going to be a Q&A session with an expert, and I'm going to basically decide whether it's needed or not based on your responses. I think that's the most fair way of checking whether it's something that is important for you. And if the decision is yes, then together with the link to the recording, I'm going to also share with you the link to the next webinar, so you can easily register to it and see with me and my colleague who is basically responsible for building Scopus AI on 8th of April. Yes, so from my end, that's everything. Thank you very much to all of you for participating today. I hope that you will enjoy and you will find some useful insights during using the Scopus AI. And well, I wish you a pleasant day and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you.